What's up, y'all? So here we are. Hello from the Philippines. Oh man, the last 36 hours, probably 72, have been just freaking unbelievable. We went from the US to Istanbul. We spent Valentine's Day in Istanbul. For a little over 48 hours, something like that. And then now I'm in the Philippines for the Life Leap Mastermind. Stefan was unfortunately denied boarding due to visa issues with his Bosnian passport. So that's just a quick recap. So welcome to another week, another weekly video diary, what I did, what I learned, and what I felt. And yeah, I'm in my hotel room getting ready to my hotel room in Manila, getting ready to fly a quick flight to another island in the Philippines. This is a big country. It's big, but it's like spread out. So you can't really see outside, but I'm on the 17th floor of this hotel, which I love because I am very loyal to Marriott points, and a lot of times you get free upgrades depending on your status, and the upgrades are always like executive sized rooms, and then you get like a higher floor. So feels really good. Okay, so what I did in this past week, my goodness. Some years start off really slow, some start off really fast. It feels like I've lived 6 months in 2 months. So there's been a lot happening in the background. We're in the final 3 days of finalizing the Life Leap cohort 2. And I would say the hardest part about it is like choosing the scholarship applicants, because it's incredible. The type of people that are like applying are already just really qualified. You could tell, just like-minded and like-hearted people. They have a great spirit and energy about them. We do like our due diligence, kind of like going down the rabbit hole of like stalking their digital presence in general. So yeah, that part is always like fun for me. But the scholarship applicants, everyone is deserving of, a second chance or an opportunity to take a program that they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. And we don't take that lightly. And I think it's just really tough because you want to help everyone. So we have been doing our Life Leap letters and making them in a way that adds value, free value, no matter what. Like if someone never joins the program, we want them to be able to like go through the archives of all of our emails and just find tangible value there. So we've sent 3 in the past month, and they've all been like, I'm just really proud of like what we're building. And I feel like this is the first time I'm like systematic about the value that I want to deliver in the entrepreneurial space. I think before I was very like, and maybe other entrepreneurs can relate to this, but you're not really sure how long you want to do something. So you don't really commit to a schedule. And I wasn't like the weekly newsletter girl. I wasn't even a monthly newsletter girl. And the way ConvertKit has gotten thousands of dollars from me, and I've sent like 2 emails per year on average. So I even had to like restructure that. Like I think I'm gonna migrate to Flowdesk because I'm not like a email marketer. Like I use my emails and newsletters, my personal list and the Life Leap list, to really nurture and provide value. And I also love social media as an organic marketing strategy already. So I have different pockets and spaces where I can talk directly to my people. So I don't rely on email as much. It is valuable. My list isn't huge. It's like 12,000. So it's not, I don't really actively grow it. I think it's literally been at 12,000 for the last 6 years because I never promote it. I'm not looking to grow it because it's expensive. No, but really there is no schedule. So I say all that to say I was just going down the rabbit hole of research of like comparing different newsletter software. And yeah, Flowdesk, everyone has been saying, like, they've been in my ear about it for a while. And now I'm like, dang, like they really $38 a month, no matter how big your list is. Like that is hard to beat. So, but I love ConvertKit. Shout out to them. I think I've had them for like 6 years. So it's been a minute. And it's a good conversation or a good reminder that like you need to continue to use software that matches your capacity. And at the time when I signed up for ConvertKit, I had less than 1,000, so it was free. And then it became like maybe $90 per email or $90 per month. And now I'm almost at $200 a month, and I'm sending like one email a month. So for me, I'm like, wait, this doesn't even make sense anymore. So right now I just need to focus more on functionality. And it's tax season, of course, so we're going through all of our profit and loss statements from last year. And I'm like, I'm really spending all this money on software I do not actually use. So it has been humbling to go through like all of the software, gadgets, subscriptions, and just being like, okay, unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. Even something like an Aura ring, it's only $5 a month, and I unsubscribed because I'm like, no, like I'm done just like giving money to tech companies. So yeah, your girl's trying to be a lot more strategic. Now that I looked at my P&Ls from last year, I'm like, ugh. Okay, so that's what I did. Yeah, then we went to Turkey. I love Istanbul. I love Turkey so much. It's such a vibrant country and culture. And Stefan surprised me with a photo shoot, which was really sweet. He knows how much I love photos. So our photographer was incredible, and he sent us the photos literally the same night. So you'll probably be seeing them throughout social media. And just in marketing the company and marketing, like, I was going to say our relationship. But I mean, it really is a flex to like do business with your partner, because it's like, why not? You're going to be adding so much value into each other's lives anyway. You might as well profit from it. And I don't say this in like a sleazy way, but it's like, why not build something really dope, capitalizing off of the creativity and skill sets that you already built individually? And Stefan is such a genius in so many ways that like it almost is like stupid how beautifully we mesh. So yeah, it's just been really exciting. And then yeah, just lots of flights. I've been on lots of flights. I spent the last 30 hours in my room just like not talking to anyone, and it's been great. I have to even like work up the courage to like call room service because I have to talk to someone. I'm like, okay, you got this. You got this. Okay, so that's what I did. What I learned. Man, life is full of lessons these days. I would say the biggest thing is that you get to decide what relationship you want to have with social media. You get to decide what relationship you want to have with like even business acquaintances. You get to decide what kind of relationship you want to have with your industry. And I don't know what's happening with Threads, but lately I'm just seeing so many complaints and so much negativity, and I'm just like, I don't like seeing this. And it's on my For You page, so like I have to constantly go to my following list because I don't know why it defaults to like, recommendations. But it's a little frustrating because I really try to curate my online space to be positive, and I'm all for like venting and complaining and just justified anger. Like, you are allowed to express your human emotions, of course, and I never want that to be something that people like tone down just in my presence or something. But I think the way it's done is like it's calling and luring in drama, and it's not healthy dialogue. Like, solutions aren't discussed. It's just like, let's rant and talk about how much this thing sucks, and then like nobody actually offer how to make it not suck. So I'm like, this is not a productive conversation, guys. Like, but that's just the way I operate, I guess. And I don't want to like come in with my like Pollyannish energy, but it just makes me mindful of like, I have to like breathe before I open up Threads, because I'm like, if I see like complaints and just negativity, like am I ready to handle that if it shifts my energy for the day? And I think that's what's just like really exciting about just traveling, is just I'm on my phone less because I'm like living and I'm exploring and I'm in the world. And yeah, I get to come back to social media with whatever it is that I learned or saw. I also learned that, yeah, there's just some really genuine people, and I really appreciate sincere energy. I did a Happiness After Heartbreak series with Matthew Hussey. Many of you probably follow his YouTube channel. It's incredible. I followed it for years. So it was really great to have that interview and be a part of his expert series for his book launch. So that was really cool. We posted those clips on social media, this past week. And I have some other friends with some launches coming up. Jamie Kern Lima. We have Roddy Shetty and Trent Shelton. And then, of course, Matthew Hussey. So 4 books from 4 friends coming out. So look them up. Shout out to them. It's just really cool. You'll probably see me post them in my stories throughout the week. But yeah, it's just really dope to be around dope people who are just out here chasing their dreams. Like Jamie was just featured on Oprah's Super Soul Conversation, which was a huge goal for her. So just to see her, like, see it, just to watch her see it through is like really inspiring. What else? Okay, what I felt just like really maybe tired is the big theme. I'm now 13 hours ahead of the East Coast. 16 ahead of West Coast. So I'm almost like a day and a half in the future. And that would really mess you up if you're not careful about like resetting just your clock. And I think sometimes the first thing I try to do is just like, sorry, I keep wanting to. The first thing I try to do is just like immediately sleep based on the schedule of where I'm at. So that's been, sorry, let me get a little bit. So that's been not very helpful because I'm like energized by the time I'm here, and then I take a nap in a random hour and it just like throws me off. But I am just really excited for weather in the Philippines. Like right now, it is just stunning. I was last in Manila in 2017 and it poured the entire time. So I didn't feel like I got to truly experience the Philippines. So it feels really good to have like that second chance all these years later. And yeah, I was just like a broke backpacker, back then. So it feels like cool to kind of do it a little bit more luxuriously. And for our Life Leap graduates, so they voted on this location, just some context. After the course is done, we do an in-person mastermind, which kind of brings people together and allows them to just cement and also celebrate the journey, then also work on like practical things moving forward, because it's always about reflecting on what you just did and then like dream casting and planning for what you want to do. And I think the journey of entrepreneurship and creativity is so convoluted and complex and full of like detours that it's okay to pivot and like reevaluate. Is this still what I want? So I love these in-person opportunities for us to do that. I'm so bummed Stefan can't be here, and I know like the group is really bummed as well. They were excited to meet him, and he's really bummed too, but I'll be joining him in Bosnia after this. So after the mastermind, I'll probably stick around for a few more days, enjoy the sun, and then head back to the cold in Bosnia. And that's where we'll probably spend the next couple weeks. So we're probably planning like 2 to 3 weeks at a time. Like we have a general idea of our travels, but we're kind of just taking it a step at a time. So yeah, feeling tired, but also feeling really free. There's something freeing about being on the road and just like living this life still, like 11 years later. I set out to like be a travel blogger in 2013, and I created the blogabroad.com on WordPress. I booked a photographer in Kansas where I went to college for like a local photo shoot to kind of like personify this like image and brand that I wanted to build. And so just to see it like all these years later, still, I mean, my blog is, I don't think I've written in it in 4 years. And maybe that's going to change. Maybe that's something I also bring back. But I just feel really free and fulfilled. And there's always going to be this concept of like, what is enough? And like, do I want to grow? Do I want to scale? How big do I want to scale it? And I think I've just really allowed myself to explore the here and the now versus the hope and the future and the, I don't know if that makes sense, but I just like, I've really allowed myself to enjoy what it is I've worked so hard for before deciding to like chase more of it. Like I really haven't changed my expenses in the last 5 to 6 years. Like, lifestyle creep is real. And I think I've pretty much stayed in the same budget since like pre-pandemic, which is good, I think, because I've been making more, working less, but like also spending the same. So that's like probably the hardest thing. I have no big purchases. I own no real, like, no designer handbags, no designer shoes. A couple gold pieces, which were gifts from Stefan, but that's it. So everything else is from Amazon. Yeah, but I did actually invest in a stylist recently, and she got me a little capsule collection for my travels for different seasons. So that's been really cool, and that was probably the largest investment I've made recently. So it feels really good. I think that's about it. I am gonna pack, head to the airport. They have tuk-tuks here. I completely forgot, and I was talking to the person on the island where we're going for the mastermind, and she was like, would you like to be picked up from the airport in a tuk-tuk or a car? I was like, oh my God. Because I have two suitcases, I was like, dang it, I wish I could say a tuk-tuk, but I'm gonna do a car. But now I'm like debating if I want to get the other group, the rest of the people, the other group members in tuk-tuks or cars. Could be funny and interesting. Anyways, I will see y'all next week. Any parting words? I don't know. I think that's it. I'm so excited to be on the road, y'all. Like, this is the coolest. I just feel so blessed. God is so good. I still can't believe this is my life, and I hope to be 80 and still be doing this. Like, I feel so free. My skin clears up. I lose weight when I travel. Because I actually like move my body, and like I like leave the home. So that feels really good. Okay, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See you next week.